What do you think is the average IQ of Dagestan? Is pretty low, I would imagine, but there's a certain things where you're not exposed to a lot, so you don't need IQ in a way, you know what I'm saying? You only need to understand what you're exposed to. So if you're not exposed to much, then you don't really need to understand much. The necessities of life don't take high IQ to figure out, you know? Impression of Snape making aerials. I'd imagine that Makhachev and that have high IQ, though. I mean, to be a good fighter the way they are and to make adjustments the way Makhachev does, he's got to be high IQ. I don't know about Khabib, though. But they learn English pretty well, right? What do you think, chat? All things considered, Dagestanis probably pick up English the fastest out of any non-Western fighter or non-English speaking fighter. They seem to like not know it at all, and then in like 2 years, they're pretty capable of interviews. So they're probably quite smart, at least the Khabib Makhachev troop. Or maybe they just have a good teacher, I don't know. Who wins between today's Pantoja and Prime Figueiredo? Would you ever pull guard? No, never. Will Guru weight cut to bantamweight and beat Marab? No, I'll never weight cut to bantamweight and beat Marab. No, I'd have to chop all my limbs off to even have a shot at making 135. Has Aiden spoken to you again since the collab failure? No. Maybe for UFC Perth we'll do something, but I don't know, man. I kind of want to be there for Reyes's. Basically, what happened is I'm a little less interested in it now because I've been watching back his fight companions, and they're not MMA fans, you know? That's how I see it. Like, I was watching back his fight companion with Lopez and Gene Silver, and they're just angry over the betting. And I know that I'm angry over picks sometime as well, but I can still enjoy the fights, you know? And then they're ordering food in the middle of it and just talking about something else. And I'm just like, I would seem like a cunt by being too interested. That would be my fear. That I would just be this boring cunt that actually wants to watch the fights. You know what I mean? That always makes you the weird one. Thing. Now we're talking, buddy. Eventually you'll be able to train with fucking thingy-majiggy. If you don't wash with water, you're a caveman. Yeah, I disagree. If you need water to clean your ass, I think you're a fucking rank human being with like weirdly fucking spongy anal tissue. If I'm being honest. Anyone else? If you need to spray heavy fucking pressure water at your ass to clean it, I think you're kind of a rank human. And shit just likes to stick to you. It gets caught in the hairs, exactly, you rank little dingleberry-ridden freaks. At this point, impression of Conor bumping in, I've already read it. Impression, if anyone at this point says Khabib's better than would beat Islam, is that a blatant cope trying to be different? Who would win that in your opinion? I think you can argue that he's better than Makhachev at this point. I didn't think that before the Poirier fight. But since his title fights, like Makhachev is very human compared to Khabib, right? So you could argue Khabib's better than him, but I don't think you can argue that he would beat him. That's my argument. I think Makhachev would beat Khabib, but I think Khabib had a more effective style at lightweight. Even though they're both champ. Khabib was a lot more dominant, right, in his fights with Poirier and Gaethje, and, you know, Makhachev hasn't fought Gaethje, but the top contenders that he faced, you know. But then again, Khabib never fought a guy with a ground game, so it's kind of tricky, you know. It's tricky to call. Because Oliveira was coming up, it was like the perfect antidote to like a Khabib style, and then he just left because he's a bitch. Thank you for doing that last impression I sent. Funny as fuck. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. Leonardo. Country plays cricket for world money. You play housing for work. Country plays cricket for world money. You play housing for work. Country plays cricket. Yeah, my country would just spend all of their human resources playing cricket if we had no fighting ability as well, mate. When you can't succeed in any other athletic endeavor, no shit, you're all good at cricket. It's the shittest, most least athletic sport in the world. You got to find something you're good at. If you want Raja arrested, make him tweet in London. In the UK, our cricketers are drunk. That's how little they care. We literally have cricketers drinking beer in between the fucking games and shit like that and eating fucking sandwiches and shit. They're fat. You know what I mean? It's literally a hobby for them and they're still competing with you lot. If you want Raja arrested, make him tweet in London. True. Very true. I agree. I agree, brother. I very much agree. Cricket versus baseball? Baseball over cricket, I'd say, yeah. I'd say baseball is something that you can do without the game being played. Yes or no, chat? You can't play cricket without the game being played. Do you agree with that? I think that's actually a sign of a good sport. The fact that cricket can't be played unless you're playing a game of cricket is the problem with cricket. Baseball, you can just fucking casually fucking swing it at a bat. You know what I mean? You can play it with just a fucking machine shooting a ball at you. And it's just as fun. Not just as fun, but, you know, you get the same feeling of doing it. Football, basketball, you can play these different variations of it, but pretty much cricket is cricket, you know? There's no horse for cricket. Oh shit, people are offended about my cricket take. I didn't realize how many Indians were in it. Who's more dangerous? Is a YN? No, I don't mind international. I think that's what it's all about, you know. But yeah, I think the international fighters from that region are like pussies the way they fight compared to us. So that is the bad part of it. But I like the competition. I think we should raise to that level and smoke them out of sport, man. Knock them the fuck out of sport. That's how I see it. But yeah, those people from that region are pussies. No warrior culture, no gladiator culture, no nothing. So I said no nothing twice. So they just would rather hold against the cage and neither thigh. I mean, there'd be Western fighters who would fucking end their career if they had a performance like that, you know? Never want to win that way. If you're making it look like Covington's pushing for a finish, you're probably not doing that good. Worst hard sparring story starting in MMA combat. I've never been knocked out. I've never been hurt. I got like dazed once when the back of my head hit a wall after getting punched. But no, I've never really done any like, I've never been dropped, never been hurt, anything like that. One of my friends got flatline KO'd in Taekwondo. He got winded with a body kick and he was on his hands and knees and then the other kid kicked him in the face while he was down and he got slept, which was pretty bad. And that same kid I actually broke the thumb of with a side kick. I side kicked him in the body while he went for a kick and he landed on his thumb and it bent back on his hand. So that's all it was. Never been in a fight. I've literally competed at a national level in Taekwondo and you can, if you have a brain, you can prove it, but keep saying that, guys. Whatever makes you feel better. Did you include Juker in the Batman voice in the comp? No, I didn't do the Juker and Batman voice in the comp. It was an MMA compilation. Come on. Hamzat really made DDP look like an 8th grader that just got into high school wrestling. Yeah, it is bad. But Craig Jones did 18 months in a row since he's last fought. Guru, what champion has the smelliest breath? I just think Marab eats raw onions. I can't prove it, but I think he does. Oh, no, Ankalaev. Thank you for the 5, Ankalaev. But then again, with Ankalaev's nose, I think he'd die if he had smelly breath. So, no. Probably Marab. I feel like Marab eats raw onions and garlic and shit like that, don't you? I don't know why, but I just feel like that's a Georgian thing, like a Marab thing. I bet you Marab grows garlic in his garden and like eats it fresh in the morning or some shit, you know? Impression of Ariel running out of polyjuice potion. All right, thank you for the 2. Calm down. Marab probably eats onions like an apple. Exactly, yeah. Certain cultures just fucking chomp straight into onions and shit. Raw onions are fire. Apparently, you've got to build up a tolerance to them, and then eventually, once you've done it enough, it starts tasting nice. But I don't want to go through the fucking torture process to enjoy something. Manuel Torres versus Charles Oliveira rumored. Don't tell me there was like 5.8 million in the Czech Republic, because that's not fucking true, me. Thank you for the 16. Did we ever get the mullet reveal from Lopez Wim?
No, we never got the mullet reveal. Maybe I'll do it when I move out. I've got a mullet now. It's not really a mullet. It's just a type of thing. I just wanted to thank you in chat for encouraging me to leave my girlfriend who was living with the husband she was divorcing, but ended up pregnant with his child. Can I say we are ready to live our best life? Yeah. Thank you for the $10. I can't believe it took a live chat to tell you that that was a bad situation. But hey, dude, if that's what it took, then that's what it took, man. Sometimes you got to learn later than never. Thank you for the 10. Yeah, that sounds like a horrible situation. I don't even remember giving you advice, but I would imagine my advice was to leave immediately. Thank you for the 10. You think Dean Thomas and Ank Dakota trade suggestion? Yeah, shut the fuck up, man. What the fuck is he talking about? Thank you for the $2. Sorry. By true heritage, I meant English. Ah, okay, sure. Thank you for the $2. Fair enough. Fair enough. Ah, yeah. Please do the Tism impersonation.
Yeah, man. Everything's great. Don't ask me such questions. How you feel about Python grappling hasn't been tested yet? Chimaev would get wrecked. You know what? I'm happy, chat, because I missed you guys. You want to know the truth? This is I ain't had no one to talk to while I haven't had internet, which is kind of sad. But I've been out and about. I've been trying to enjoy life, and I've been enjoying it a bit. But I did miss the stream. When I can't speak to the chat and even do the videos, man, it does just like this. Like, what else is there? You know, it's such a big part of my life over the past few years. I feel like I'm lost when I'm not doing it at all. Even when I was in Italy and I didn't do it for like a few days, it was just like, yeah, this is cool, but I don't know. It feels weird not to be doing this sometimes. Are you gonna watch the Smashing Machine movies? No, not at all. I'm a 3-0 MMA fighter, won all my fights by TKO and had a torn ACL. Kind of always listen to your videos while doing solo work, so thanks, helps a lot. No problem, Halle Dufresne. People forget, man, the biggest what if in MMA. Ha! He's like Zabit in a way. Thank you for the $5 in a weird way. Except when you say that, you're retarded. But this guy is more of a what if than Zabit. What whip is Goo gonna drive when he gets his DL? He gets his back taken. That 5 years only of MMA training is gonna get revealed very quick. You versus Luke Thomas in the cage. Easily win. Thank you for the $2, dude. Just out of principle. Do you find it baffling that no one has mimicked Dominic Cruz's crazy footwork style for MMA? No, it's shit. Thank you for the 41 months of membership. No, they'll get their legs chewed up. It's dog shit. Sorry, that is a really bad take from you there, mate. Sorry. Dominic Cruz's footwork style is fucking... It worked back then on a lot of people that didn't really know what they were doing in the striking, if they were wrestlers or... And it is okay for takedown defense. I get it because it never gives you a clear shot at the hips, but it is... Against any level of capable striker, like, your legs are getting ripped up, man. It's not a good move. And it's exhausting. And Dominic Cruz's feet are ruined from it forever, you know, so. Have you seen the arena for UFC Perth? It's not even half sold yet. Damn, it's a fucking weak card, to be fair. They needed old Jekin, yeah. He's pretty good at that. He seems like he's got a good European, dry sense of humor in ways. Sarcasm, maybe, wouldn't be missed on him. Any advice for bad smelling ass? Just wipe it even when you don't shit. Anyone else? I'm a big fan of wiping my ass when I haven't even had a shit. I'll be honest, chat. Nothing's even on the paper. But honestly, if I get back from a long day out, I'm wiping my ass, man. Normalize it. I wake up in the morning, I'm wiping my ass even when I don't need a shit. Before I go to bed, I wipe my ass. I give it a one wiper. Straight up, I don't like feeling like I've got any kind of sweaty ass at any point while I'm going to bed or I wake up. I'm just being real. When it's sweaty, exactly. When it's sweaty, it's getting wiped. At least a good one wiper straight down. Straight up. That's not funny, chat. That really isn't funny. I feel like that's a fucking logical thing. Before we goon, we wipe it. No, but seriously, after a fight companion stream and I get up after 7 hours, say, bro, I'm wiping my ass. It's happening. Marvin Vittori interviews needed. I can't even message him now because he ignored my first one and now I can't message again. Letting it crust, we left that back in 2016. But that's true though, dude. You don't have to only wipe your ass when you shit. Honestly, if you only wipe your ass when you shit, you're a tramp. Straight up. And it gets me every time. I didn't beat up the innocent homeless person. I've never beat up some homeless person. That's not a true story. Okay. Renato Moicano said he took a lot of inspiration from MMA Guru when he started doing his own channel. He does have one of the biggest MMA channels in Brazil. Okay, I'll check this after. That's cool. Do you guys want to listen to Moicano talking about me? Or should it be a separate thing for myself? They've been teaching me how to control people on top in half guard. Can't wait to use it in the UFC and dominate on the ground for 15 minutes. No. Yes? Okay, let's listen to what Moicano had to say about me, Che. In front of Gilbert Burns, no less. Let's have a listen. Remember, I encouraged him to the YouTube route.
Bro, I gotta ask you a question, Gilbert. Is Moicano becoming the Brazilian Chael Sonnen?
No, he's the Brazilian MMA guru, bro.
You know what Moicano's gonna do? His next fight, he's gonna be live streaming during his fight. He's gonna be fighting his opponent and then live streaming at the same time.
Be with the mic here. Yeah, now.
No, but it's funny you're talking about MMA guru because this guy, I think
he's your idol.
Bro,
Yeah, shut that shit down, Moicano, dude. All them laughing about that shit, dude. This is serious shit. On the Show Me the Money podcast, dude. Laughing about some shit, dude. Moicano had to set the record straight. This ain't no fucking game. Okay?
brother, I took a lot of inspiration.
I know.
From his content, you mean?
From his content, you mean?
Yeah, because he set the blueprint of what you need to do.
Yeah,
bro.
because think about that. Like, I think the MMA media, not only MMA, but the whole media going to change.
Yes.
You know, and if you can be yourself and if you can be like, you don't even need like produce stuff. If you have good stuff, people going to watch.
Yes.
And then I saw, okay, I can be here on my English YouTube, like competing with these guys that are better than me, like DJ, like MMA Guru, like other guys that produce content for ages.
Yeah.
Or I can go to Brazil and nobody's doing the same. So,
Right.
So I took a risk, and now my YouTube channel in Portuguese is doing very well.
Right.
Gilbert is doing very well too. He doesn't
He is.
talk about that,
I've
but
seen
he's
it.
getting.
Yeah.
It is what it is, brother. I have 36 years old. I cannot fight forever. I'm old and bald and all that shit. So let's make fun of it. And tired. Exactly.
Nice, dude. There you go, dude. I'm telling you, man. Moicano's he's cool. And I remember this all started when he was playing Counter-Strike on his YouTube, right? And you guys raided him talking about me or something like that. Those were the days, man. Way back when. That was before the whole Money Moicano era, I feel like, dude. But Money Moicano, dude, he's come a long way. He learned English just to return to Portuguese, you know? Fully learned English just to capitalize in Portuguese back in the beginning. So that's good, dude. I've seen it. You know, I've actually seen the Portuguese videos, and they do get a crazy amount of views. They do get a crazy amount of views, you know. Like, I saw a Gilbert Burns video once that had like 250,000 views, and I was like, this guy's not that interesting. Why the fuck does Gilbert Burns has like 200k views? And then I realized, oh shit, it's because no one's doing this in Portuguese. Some, very few are. Maybe there's some out there, but no one's really doing this in another language like that, you know? There's no French MMA guru. There's no Spanish MMA guru, really. So you kind of got to do your niche, you know? You got to... There's a whole audience out there of Portuguese speakers that want that kind of content. So genius Moicano, again, gets in there early like he's fucking investing in Bitcoin, brother. Let's go. Let's go, brother. Let's go. You use water, sit on the edge of the sink, and use your hand to clean your ass. I don't care, man. We know Guru was happy Max got chin to Ilya. I wasn't happy. I was just glad I was correct, really. That's the main thing, you know? Being correct is more important than Holloway's win. What don't you guys get? A Guru case opening stream would break the internet. I don't play Counter-Strike. Let me tell you something, brother. Guru changed the fucking game, brother. He did. He's a fucking inspiration, brother. He's fucking crazy guy, brother. I tell you. This guy fucking crazy. I tell you what, brother. Oh my god. We are sleeping Reyes. Gary, you need to teach Moicano about 271k. I think he knows. I think he knows, mate. Louis Sutherland is fat compared to how he looks on the regional scene. Am I right or am I right? I said that in my prediction video. I was like, who the fuck is this? When they showed me more prone to that type of thing, maybe. I don't know. Why is nobody talking about Corey's masterclass on Figgy? Watch it back. He lost maybe 10 total seconds of the fight. I know, it was really good.
It was really good, yeah. Thank you for the 5. It was very, very impressive. That being said, Figueiredo was fucking jumping the legs. I feel like he was injured, but yeah. Impression of Ariel, excited to go to camp, only for him to get more nervous the closer the train gets.
So you guys, when they said that we were going to work on concentration, I'm starting to worry, you guys.
Hi, my name's George, and I'm a young boy. Thank you, Ali Javed. Something tells me not. Joshua Van was, as a champ, is going to save the UFC timeline, where he's getting choked out in round 2 or 1. Sad to say. He'll look good on the feet, but he gets his back taken. That 5 years only of MMA training is going to get revealed very quick. You versus Luke Thomas in the cage. Easily win. Thank you for the $2, dude. Just out of principle. Do you